Welcome, everybody. I'm Jabby Koay, joined by Steph SABRAW.
Hello.
What up, bruh?
What up?
We're looking at the honest trailers to M3GAN, or M3GAN. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. If you haven't already, you could subscribe to Screen Junkies as well. There's a link in the description below for the video that we're about to watch. If you want to click on that link, give the original an upvote, and subscribe to them from there. By the way, Steph and I watched M3GAN together, and there is a reaction to that on this channel. It's definitely one of my favorite movies from the past few years, so I'm very excited to see what they have to say. Here we go.
You've seen her blow up on TikTok, pop up in flash mobs, and give talk show hosts a nervous breakdown.
Oh my.
Now, catch M3GAN in her big screen debut that proves the only success that means anything in Hollywood these days is starting a viral dance craze.
Right.
Oh.
This is exactly what Black Adam was missing.
Hold up. Did RRR's dance become a viral thing where people were trying to do it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew that it was like a hot song and it was getting nominated for Oscars. I didn't realize that people were trying to imitate it.
Yeah, I think once I saw everyone at all the movie premieres try to do it, it became bigger on TikTok.
That's fun.
Yeah.
M3GAN. Get ready for M3GAN, the newest toy sensation from Funky. She's dressed like Teddy Ruxpin, the Sephora. She's programmed to mansplain.
Experts say the preferred method is to give your child the choice. It's called the division of responsibility.
And she's generally an off-putting little creep that no child would feel safe sleeping next to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
After getting her salad tossed on girls, Allison Williams is back, and this Nepo baby has a message for the haters. Life isn't fair, and it's not fun to root for her.
Came into this with a big head start, and I feel like it's totally okay to admit that.
Huh, that's a pretty honest take, actually. She's playing Gemma, a woman who's really more of a Karen.
Have you seen this dog? It is a monster. I'm chasing it off of my property every other day.
This girl boss will try anything to avoid parenting her orphan niece, except hire a human nanny, like a normal rich white lady. But Gemma's got her hands full as Funky's hotshot toy designer, / lead programmer, / robotics engineer, / marketing department.
She's more than just a toy. She's part of the family.
That's good.
/ girl who builds fighting mechs for fun. See that, Gen Z? You have to work at being a psycho.
You just lost your sister. And we spent $100,000.
Want to generate sympathy for a kid fast, but don't know how to write? Try killing off their parents in a car crash.
Yeah.
I know that road.
Like with Gemma's niece, Katie. Because I guess
You know what's
being parents with
interesting? For as much as we see it in movies, I don't know anyone that's dealt with that. Do you?
No.
I mean, it's kind of frightening to even inquire about such a thing. I don't have any friends that have dealt with that.
Yeah, it's just like the easiest thing that Pixar and Disney do to be like, haha, you want to cry?
Yeah. Well, it was also Warner Brothers because they had Shazam in
Oh,
there.
yeah, facts.
Deadly Machines runs in her family.
We should have put chains on the car.
Together, Katie, Gemma, and M3GAN will play a wicked game of who's the mommy.
M3GAN, turn off.
Are you sure?
Until it finally erupts in an extremely mild third-act rampage, packed with fewer on-screen kills than a Dragon Ball Z dub.
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
Because the most hard-hitting cuts in this horror movie were the ones they made to make it PG-13. Oh, good. Every main character lived. See you in M3GAN.
For you.
That took me a second.
Home with an iPad and enjoy a 90-minute finger wag at parents who leave their kids at home with an iPad in what's basically the fourth Pinocchio movie to come out in the last 12 months.
Oh my gosh.
With a little bit to say about technology, a little bit to say about capitalism, and one very big thing they want to say about parenting. It's better to let the Terminator raise your kid than to even think about sending them to Florida.
Like, they live in Florida. They're kind of weird.
Starring Pokemon, Elon Brusk, Katie Ratio, Death Lab for Cutie, Shrieks and Geeks, Real Steel. Anyone remember Real Steel? And The Boss Baby.
And get me a kombucha.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
So, Jim is definitely going to prison for life, right?
You know, I thought about that too. I'm like, shouldn't she like be in jail? There are so many things that are her fault, essentially.
Right.
Like the murders that happen as a result from the robot from M3GAN was her creation. I guess there was a rush in the development of M3GAN because they wanted to get her out fast. They had like 2 weeks of development or something like that, and she wanted to run more tests, but the powers that be were like, we gotta get this out now, and she wanted to slow it down, but people were like, no. I guess she wasn't completely alone, but she still has some kind of blame, right?
Realistically, a lawsuit would be in order, but she's probably protected by the company. It would be the company being
I see what you're saying.
prosecuted as opposed to her.
That's why you have corporations, baby. Arrest the corporation,
Right.
not the people in charge. Yeah. That makes sense.
Who's the actress that's, I keep forgetting her name. She's also in Get Out.
Allison Williams?
Yeah, Allison Williams. She's also in Get Out, and so I feel like I didn't love the reference. They were like, after getting her salad tossed, which I usually love everything Honest Trailers does, but I was like, that was weird, because she was also in another horror movie that everyone loved.
I never saw, what was the show? Girls? I never saw it. Maybe I should.
It is a great show. I don't think you'd like it.
No. Okay.
I think it would reinforce some of like the things that you don't like about girls.
Oh, okay. I'm not sexist.
No, not at all, but it is like such a real look at some of our worst qualities as humans.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like each character has horrible qualities, and we're like, but we're friends.
Is it like Fleabag?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
For sure.
I had a hard time with Fleabag.
Yeah, definitely in that tone.
Yeah. I guess I should try to watch Fleabag again because it started. I felt that it started to get better right when
It's so good.
right when I quit watching it. I didn't look at her as a Karen, even if she was, because to me, a Karen is a completely different kind of individual that
Right.
like goes out of their way to create a problem, whereas she wasn't. She was actually trying to like keep her distance from stuff. The dog going on her property is a legitimate issue, in my opinion, and so to me, that's not a Karen move. A Karen move is like if the dog is on the neighbor's property just chilling without a leash or something like that, then you're like, and you raise hell at the neighbor for not putting a leash on the dog, but it's like on her property. That to me is a Karen move. I mean, did you think of her as a Karen?
No, I thought of her like a little bit self-righteous.
Absolutely.
Annoying even, and kind of in her own world, but not necessarily like going out of her way to be like, you're causing problems in my life,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call the manager.
Yeah, that was my one thing while watching this where I was just confused. But other than that, I thought this was like a really, really sound, honest trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
The salad thing, now I'm just hungry.
Yeah, me too.
But I can't tell you what for. Haha. But I did watch Get Out, and I thought she was so good in that, I forgot she was in it.
Yeah, it's oh. She's creepy in that.
Yeah. The, what the hell was I going to say? My brain is like at a 50% right now. The commentary on society, I thought that it was actually handled well, all things considered, because, you know, you watch something like a Marvel film. I'm a Marvel fan, but man, sometimes like they really spoon feed you the agenda or the memo that's coming from the somewhere of like, we got to get this into the movie. We have a message to put in here, you know? And sometimes it can be heavy-handed. Whereas in M3GAN, I was like, I see what they're doing. And I'm like, for as heavy-handed as these messages are getting in movies, I felt like that was actually well done.
Totally agree. I thought it was like really clever.
Yeah.
And a take on technology and children that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But I see it all the time with my younger cousins or like just kids outside. I was at an ice cream shop and this little, like, he must have been 4 years old, had a massive ice cream sundae in front of him. And I saw it, and I was on the other side of the table and I saw him looking like this. And I was like, oh my, this kid's about to dig into this ice cream. He's so excited. And I walked around and he was looking at his phone leaned against the ice cream. He's not even paying attention to his ice cream. It's gonna melt because he's on his mom's stupid phone.
There are these projections that people kind of make based on trends. And I remember years ago hearing about how cemeteries are going to be booming because of all the baby boomers dying off, which is like, oh, yeah, that's a place to invest in, right? That's a cryptic, I mean, not cryptic, it's sad, but true. You're going to have a lot more bodies to bury. So if there's money to be made, you know, in anything, cemeteries could be one of those things. Like the next thing I heard about, back issues, neck issues, because so many people are like this all the time, right? And so you're going to have a whole generation of people with like weird neck issues because their posture's bad. And I remember for me, it like really crystallized when I saw this kid. Let me see if I can show you. I saw this kid who was on his laptop. His leg was like this, and he was like this on his laptop for hours. I'm like, dude. And he's like, what, 12 years old?
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's just so bad. I felt like saying something to the kid, but I'm like, it's not my kid though. And it's like, it's not my job to parent someone else's
Right.
kid. You know, we don't live in that kind of society. If anything, I'm going to create more problems and just make them like double down on that stupid behavior. So I didn't say shit.
Yeah.
I just kept
Good luck with your back and
Yeah.
scoliosis.
Yeah, I'm not a Karen. Usually, the female version of a name is like an extra letter.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, okay, Carrie.
Kari.
We could do this all day. Like Captain America. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Do subscribe, bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up. I'm Jabby Koei. This is
STEPH SABRAW.
Peace out.